Hey everyone, we're here on Calypso still. So today I thought we would go ahead and do the Mayhem 3. And so we're going to go into the global instance here. I think we can just double click. Yeah, there we go. And we got our Mayhem armor on. And I feel it might be more useful than our Pixie was going to be for this tier. And then we're going to kind of retreat back over here where it's safer. We're going to take our little skill pills and our loot pill. And so we'll just see how this goes. I haven't actually tried the 3 yet. And so we're kind of just assuming that we can handle it with the 30 and a and this armor setup. Um, which again you can see is Mayhem armor. Um, with those officer plates we picked up on Cyrene, which I don't know how much those help us with the daikibas. Oh, nice, a token right out the gate. Maybe that's a good sign. All right, let's bring up the Mayhem quest. And we'll just kind of see what we can churn through. Oh, let's pull up that codex as well. I don't know that we'll get uh, a full rank, but it's nice to kind of see that we're making some progress. Oh, nice, a box for the second drop. I really hope that is a sign of things to come. Maybe we'll get a fair amount of stuff out of this third instance. Maybe we'll get some points on that annihilation mission as well, since we weren't making very much progress running the first instance. We were making some progress, just not a lot. But it doesn't look like they're getting through our armor setup, so that's a good sign. And we are getting a fair amount of tokens already. So that's also a good sign. The codex is going up kind of slow, which we kind of expect. And the same with that annihilation for Christmas and annihilation. What's the full name of it? Merry Mayhem Annihilation. Oh, we're on the bronze track. Yeah, that's the low one because we're not super serious about it. And we're still only going to get to like the first or second tier before this event wraps up. And I think the first stat rewards are at like the fourth tier maybe for the bronze track. Like 4 times the points we got right now. And so like I don't think that's all that a reality for us to kind of push for that. I did kind of want to see if we could handle the third tier boss. I figured the monsters would be reasonably we could do it since we were able to do the Halloween ones. The boss, on the other hand, is the kind of the only concern there. But we should get a whole bunch of skills on the way to that boss. And we're getting okay progress on the that stage 3 daily. off of these guys. And I do say they do cut through our armor a little bit, some of the time. So we're right on the edge of their normal hit. Oh, nice. There's a little global. Almost 67 ped. Yeah, we're getting about 0.6%. Call it half a percent. And so 200 of these for will get us that next codex rank. And so we'll just see how much progress we make on the other two quests on our way to trigger this boss. And these guys have a pretty small loot list. Um, or we're not high enough looter level to see the other items. I figure after 5, 6 rounds of mayhem, you kind of have a list of what they are going to commonly drop at least. Um, and it's mainly just the animal hide and some wool and some shrapnel, and then the occasional box or mayhem token. But yeah, these guys hit pretty hard. At the point where they're cutting through, I don't know what our protection level is. So I think they have some cold damage that they might be cutting through on the bigger hits, since we only have about a 13 there. But I'm not 100% sure on that. No. I actually don't know the breakdown percentage-wise on the Merry Mayhem creatures. I just was told that they have a cold component, whether that's at 10% or 30% or 1%. I actually don't really have a clue. And there's the other common drop, that wool I was talking about. So we've got all the common loots already. And I'm really not sure how long it's going to take us to trigger the boss. I think when we did the Merry Mayhem, not the Merry Mayhem, the Halloween Mayhem, it took somewhere between 50 minutes to an hour to get enough kills in to trigger the boss. And I think we're using the same weapon. And so I would imagine it's kind of in that same zone. But this is actually the first time we've done the Merry Mayhem 3. We are making okay progress on the daily at least. That's why I swapped it around so we kind of see it above the letters because it does move kind of slow. So it's nice to have like a baseline. And since it moves already kind of slow, I would hate to see what the next one is. You definitely want to be using some bigger guns if you wanted to make any sort of progress on that, since it's cost space. And so the more you cycle through yourself, the faster you're going to get there. Yeah, I was definitely hoping that the higher instance would help push that Annihilation quest up a little faster. And we'll see how it plays out on the long haul. As I recall, we didn't get very many points on the when we ran the Mayhem one. Nice. How many tokens are we up to now? 4. That's not bad. 4 in 12 minutes or whatever, 13 minutes. I mean, that's still only like 15, 20 an hour at that pace. So to get 10,000, you still need to do a lot of instances. And then get lucky on one of those rares, or win, I guess, one of the really get serious one year and do the free for all to get the rare token for one of the weapons or whatnot. Or hope to get really lucky. I mean, I'm not sure if they drop in the normal instances or if it's just a reward. I've heard that you can get them in the higher instances, like the 7 to 10 zone. Super, super rare, obviously. But it was also listed as a reward on the free for all event. I think the top 3 or 4 people won a rare token. But to push that, you're gonna have to drop some ridiculously serious cash, I feel. Oh, nice, an amplifier and a token. So yeah, the tokens are dropping a little nice. Hopefully that'll keep up for our whole run. I kind of feel that's one of the things you can't have too many of, Same with those boxes. They could throw a couple more our way and we'd be happy. Er. So yeah, now we're just gonna literally sit here and just keep picking these off until the boss spawns. This is kind of like a little safe spot for the most part. They don't really roam over here very much. You're unlikely to get a two pull. The flip side is the boss will sometimes spawn on top of you almost, which we had happen the last time we ran the Mayhem one. And so we were pulling one of these daikibas in when it literally spawned right on top of us and kind of aggroed over. And so that's kind of the only risk. But between the armor and being able to have a little bit of healing on us, I think we'll be alright, even if that does happen. No, I think we could handle the 4 on the normal mobs. Our only concern would be on the boss, I think. Oh, that was a nice. We got 25 points on the Annihilation right there, which puts us 2/3 of the way to the 2100 points. I guess that's only 40% from the last checkpoint, but we're not really burning any more uh, pad per hour, so to speak, in the 3 versus the 1 outside the armor difference. So the armor decay and the fact that the armor we're using has pretty good markup. I think up to 200% if you buy it brand new full trade terminal. Down to 140% if you buy a lower TT version, obviously. I mean, since it's the same rifle either way, um, this might be better. We'll get fewer looting events, but we seem to get a higher proportion of at least Mayhem tokens so far, and points. We didn't exactly get a lot of points when we did the last one, and that's a mini global there. 45 ped. The global threshold's 50, so anything over like a 10 or a 20, I like to kind of consider a mini. It doesn't like global or show anything, but it's like a mini jackpot hit. I'm not going to complain about 40 ped in ammo returned to us that we get to cycle again for more points, more tokens, and a chance at a box. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress we're making on the codex. That half a percent every time feels kind of nice, even if it takes a little longer to for each kill. And like I said, the progress is relatively the same. I feel with since it's cost based and we're using the same rifle either way. The difference here is with the less loot events, when we do see a big hit, we'll see a really big hit. Ooh, that was speaking of big hits, that was a nice critical. That dude just landed on us. Luckily, the rest of the hits aren't real high, and so we should be able to just regenerate that and not have to stop and heal at this time or soon, unless they go on like a critical frenzy. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Or if our shin guards break, they're getting a little bit on the low side. We got a replacement pair, but we're still gonna kind of take that last pet of decay off of them before we swap it out. So yeah, now I'm curious at what point we spawn the boss. Like I said, I think it was an hour on the Halloween one, and so that's kind of my expectation. But I know that we hit the level one in about 30 minutes, which is pretty consistent with also with that level one. Um, Between the two seasons, there seem to be kind of similar. Is kind of what I'm getting at. But the points are still pretty scarce on the Annihilation. I notice we haven't got any more of those. Just seems so random on those. 0 for like 50 kills, and then ping 25, then nothing for 35 kills, ping 1, ping 5. Oh, there we go. We finally got points in the last one. I just noticed it was like 4 points. So again, big stretch, nothing. Bing, 4 points. 5 points. 1 point. And so it makes it pretty hard to guesstimate uh, how long it's going to take to finish out each rank. Oh, that was a nice one. 30 ped. Or a little mini, as I was saying earlier. So we're hitting about where it would spawn if we were on the 1. But I think due to our slightly slower kill rate, we've got a little bit longer to go before we'll see him. Like another 15, 20 minutes maybe. Maybe a little longer even. Kinda hard to say. But I am really happy with the skills we're getting. Since we're trying to push up and qualify to be able to use the LR40s. It's just nice to have extra DPS options, especially during the events and whatnot. That way I can kind of gauge the daily. I put the mouse over the bar, and we'll kind of see how far we get in about 5 minutes or so worth of kills. Just out of curiosity. Then I can kind of gauge how long it's going to take us to finish that out. We're definitely making good codex progress, though. I mean, almost 40% in a half hour. I've noticed we're starting to get these output amplifiers. I noticed we did not get them when we were on the 1. Oh, and they have reasonable markup even. Probably want to hang on to those. Oh, and then I moved it off our marker, so I ruined our little test there. Oh well. I'm kind of bummed out about the no boxes after that first one. Not like super bummed, because we'll get another one on the boss, but we just started getting so many Mayhem tokens right out the gate and stuff. Got us excited. Like so many times, then the disappointment set in. It's alright, the excitement's coming back. I'm much happier with the progress in the 3 than the 1. Might have to just do the flip side is I did like being able to use our pixie armor and not having to sport uh, some higher cost armor. That's definitely more costly to replace than that other armor is to repair. Otherwise, I'd say we would just be doing the 3 and maybe the 4. Grab ourselves a 35, which we are qualified on. We just couldn't find any the last time we went shopping. They was sold out. Nice, got 5 points on that annihilation there. And so we're definitely making a little better progress there. We've got over 50 points, I think, at this point. And we haven't even really triggered any bonuses or anything at this time, I don't think. I don't recall seeing it, because it'll normally say it. So yeah, no, it is of course a grind. But it's nice a little bit because oh, there's a token. Um, it's not a terribly hard one. Like it's a little on the long side, and so you just have to break it up into chunks that's manageable for you and your playstyle. But it is a good way to gather up some stuff since the tokens can be used for to buy limited gear as well. You don't need the rare tokens till you're trying to pick up one of those fancy unlimited weapons or something of that nature. But we'll just keep plinking away. That's why I like to do the instances through the first boss. I don't know if you just keep going, if you the boss will respawn after, another X amount of kills or whatever. Normally one round through is kind of enough for me, and we'll take another run at it another time. Although it kind of would be nice to know, and so maybe one time I'll just have to power through for on the one for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, and if we only get one boss, there's only one boss. But if we see it again, we know it's just a kill count after that or whatnot. Yeah, I kind of wish we knew how many kills it was to get to the boss, but the flip side is that I'm not gonna sit here with a number counter cookie device to get there or to see when the boss be like, oh no, we're 10 kills out. If you're that dedicated, props to you. Clap, clap. Uh, my hardcore level is not that high any longer. It's dropped slightly below that threshold. That was a nice one about 8 ped, a little over. Well, that was a nice little critically hit. Yeah, we gotta be getting close now on this boss. Well, close-ish. Again, I don't really know where it spawns, like the time frame or how many kills or anything like that. Well, that was a nice one too, 8 ped. I do know we've got half a codex here, and that's exciting. Oh, nice. That's three kind of nice, like little mini hits. 8, 8, and a 13, all in kind of in a row. And so it's always nice when that happens. We need extra ammo for more killing. Definitely approaching this like the turtle and the hare. We're going slow and steady. Oh, nice. There's a token and some more of those output amplifiers. Luckily, there'll be an announcement when he spawns, so we'll know. There's never any doubt. You'll probably get 60-70% of this rank 6 codex in an hour or so here. That's nice. That's really good progress, actually. I mean, it's always nice to get a rank and be able to select a skill. But sometimes you got to set the groundwork so that you can hit um, the end of that push, you know. So maybe you can't make the whole 100% in a single run. If you can set yourself up to be able to make it on the next run, sometimes that's almost as important. It's not quite as fulfilling, but it's equally as important. Maybe more so on the importance level, honestly. Ah, there we go. A box again. Got one in the first 5 minutes, and then it took almost an hour, 50 minutes later to get another one. So the important part is that we're going to get 3 boxes out of today's run, and we're slowly collecting enough that it's going to justify buying some keys in the web store to do a box opening. But I kind of want to wait till we get to like, I don't know, 20 boxes seems even low. I want at least like 50 boxes maybe, and 100 would be better, but maybe I'm just being greedy at the 100 level. Yeah, we got to be getting close to this boss. Not sure how many kills out we got, but it's got to be getting here pretty quick. Also, with our DPS, I wouldn't imagine doing like the 4 or the 5. It'd probably take us like 2.5 hours to spawn the boss. If the step ups are any indication. So like the 1 is like 30 minutes. The 2 when we did Halloween was like 45-ish. The 3 when we did Halloween was like an hour-ish. And so that kept stepping up. It'd be like 90 minutes to 2 hours by the time we're on like the 4 or the 5. I bet we get more tokens off the normal guys that way though. If the 1 to the 3 jump is any indication. Oh, there he is. We'll get him next. Yeah, 55 minutes, about an hour. So that seems pretty consistent between the different seasons. Well, he cuts through the armor, but only barely. Definitely has a lot of hit points, though. Which is why I worry about doing the 4 or the 5. I think they'll start to hit hard enough we have to stop and heal, and they'll have a massive amount of hit points by the time you get to the boss. So this is probably our kind of our sweet zone. for our particular skill level and gear setup. All right, that gives us our third box for the day. And this is where we're going to wrap up the Mayhem 3. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day. Stay epic.